Good evening, folks. Welcome to United Real Therapy. Hey, Therapy Army, we've got to celebrate tonight. Because we're not in the Europa League, people. We're not in the Europa League. There's silver lining. Silver lining in all this, people. Big up to everybody. Love and light. I hope you're all doing well. And yeah, just come out of Old Trafford. I'm about 10 minutes away from home. Sending you all love. Yeah. It was a comedy FC. Here we go, here we go. We look just, you know what? Honestly, we look like a bunch of 11 strangers on a football pitch. People that have to, exactly the same, honestly. I saw it on the Ollie. I saw it on the Jose. Same shit I've seen on the Ollie and on the Jose. Players receiving the ball, putting their foot on the ball, looking up, ponderous, kicking it. Just shambles. Absolute fucking shambles. Nothing for me to say in terms of match analysis. I mean, you all watched it. It was a dross. I hope some of you watched another game, because if I was at home and I was watching that, I'd be like, nah, I'm going to watch the other Champions League games. I said it from January that Manchester United do not keep the ball. The attacking players do not sustain attacks. We don't keep the ball in the last third. People call me negative. I said from January, if he keeps playing the same 11 to death, injuries are going to come. And injuries are going to come. And now, you've got everybody. So people are asking, is Maguire going to be captain on Sunday? No, Maguire's like, taxi! Then Luke Shaw's like, I'm not going to be a captain. I don't want to get smashed 10-0. Taxi! Listen, it's a joke. And Martial and Rashford, oh, we're not feeling well. We're not feeling well. We're not feeling well tonight. So let's see if those two cowards come back as well on for Sunday. But yeah, Johnny Evans, captain, mate. Put your bets on now. All you betting guys who are betting, put your money on Johnny Evans to be captain on Sunday. Put your money on it. Put your money where your mouth is, people, because I'm not a betting man. You know what I mean? I'm not a betting man. But you put your money where your mouth is. Smash a like on the video, people, because you're not going to get the truth from any other channel on here, mate. This is where you come to get the truth. We don't clickbait people. And now we're shadow banned. And now we've been demonetized. We welcome it. We welcome it. Because you know what? We're not asked. Yes, King. Yes, King. Yeah, man, listen. It is what it is. Manchester United have not been good enough. And it was only right we got beat 1-0. So a Byern Munich team that wasn't even trying. They weren't even trying, honestly. Their fans just turned up. They just turned up for the last. They weren't even trying. But they still managed to beat us. And I think we had one shot. Manuel Neuer made one save in 95 minutes of football. But you can tell I'm a bit happy tonight, because Thursday night, date night for me, Thursday night, date night for me. I ain't going no Thursday night, people, but big up to everybody. Klopp watched this game, told Salah can break a record for goals in a game. Wow. Google this. Madness, man, madness. But this is your football club, mate. And apparently it was the last day. We need to say goodbye. We need to all cry, get the tissues out, people. Because apparently it was Richard Arnold's last day. It was Richard Arnold's last day. And officially that makes, I know Woodward is in the background. Woodward is in the background, yeah? But that officially makes Matt Judge, Richard Arnold, Ed Woodward not be at least the front-facing role. Ed Woodward has not gone here because he got shares in Manchester United. Most likely Richard Arnold will also have some shares in Manchester United. But apparently officially today was his last day. So it is what it is, people. It is what it is. So yeah, No Europa League. No Europa League. Tonight we made mistakes. Listen, I don't even listen to what he says anymore. Survival, mate. Survival. That's what he's on, survival mode. CBBC, Cartoon Network mode. That's what he's on, mate. Cartoon Network. He's insulting our intelligence. We made some mistakes. Listen, you play Scott McTominay to basically, you know what? Your only tactic with Scott McTominay is get it in a mixer. If any of you know about old school football, it's called get it in a mixer. Big up Sheikh Arian Rashid, man. Big up to Sheikh Arian for the comment, for the grabbing the comment. At the end of the day, I just tell you people that Manchester United are a joke. We've been a joke for a decade. And in January, we're going to start another decade under the same ownership. Under the same, and Ten will be sacked when it's mathematically impossible for him to get 5th or 4th. So what will happen then, when it comes to 12 points, 13 points, he'll be sacked. And then we do it again. But don't worry, people. 25% crew. Jimmy will fix it. Jimmy's going to come and bend you over as well, just like the Glazers. But I want to give a big shout out tonight to all of the people who basically, all those people who basically I'm trying to get him to come on. Ah, there you go. Bombaye. There we go. Add Bombaye to the stage. I just want to tell you all people, I want to explain something to you. All those people are not going to get the pings on their account for the Europa League. So Glazers, no Europa League money for you tonight. No Europa League money. Hey. We shall see, people. We shall see. Bombaye, man, how are you? Thank God he didn't have to come out in the cold tonight to come and see that shy football. Guys, smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Bombaye, can you hear me all right? Bombaye, can you hear me all right? Hello, Bombaye?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me all right? Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Can you hear me all right, pal?
Yes, I can.
Thank God you didn't have to come to the game tonight.
Yeah,
I did get a ticket. There was a ticket offered, but it was too late. It was like 6 o'clock, and I'm like, no point now. So yeah,
dodge the bullet tonight, definitely.
Yeah, it's like watching pain. So Maguire would have been captain, and he's like, I don't fancy it. Bruno don't fancy it. I don't fancy it. Then Luke Shaw thought, I'm not going to be captain. So it's going to be your boy Johnny Evans captain on Sunday. You're having it. 36-year-old. Nobody offered him a contract in the whole of the Football League. Nobody in League 2. Nobody from League 2 to the Premier League. Nobody offers a contract to Johnny Evans. Nobody did. But this is who he is. So, and this is what we ended up tonight. We ended up with Amrabat. 400 million we spent. And we ended up with Amrabat and Johnny Evans finishing the game centre half. Over to you, Bombaye. Over to you.
The most disappointing thing about tonight is, first of all, Free Palestine. God bless the Palestinian cause always, first and foremost. Good evening, Therapy Army. Thank you for not getting me a ticket and saving me an absolute waste of time. The most disappointing thing about this evening, we've been popped and whooped worse than this. But considering what's on the line and you're at home, there was nothing there. There was just nothing there, no ideas. And that's a very open team playing with two centre-backs at time, with Davis tracking back with his speed. So it was open, but we just can't create anything. And I really feel sorry for the fans, man, for the theatre of dreams having to put up with football like this. I mean, 2 years, what have we been working on? What have we been doing? And I'm just going to go quickly through the players. I think he's signed really poorly, I believe. And I think he's not able to deploy this team in an effective way to get anything out of them. It just all feels like that performance tonight. It's coming to a withering end, it's like a plant, I'm trying to say, but it's just dying. We have to accept it. I think, Martinez is a decent signing. Malacia is a young lad, I'd keep him. Onana, man, is not for me. Amrabat is just, for me, a 6 out of 10 player. In the Moroccan team, everybody, it's heave-ho, all all for one. He's comfortable in that nice little position. In Italy, it's different here. Do you know what? He's an okay player. That's about it. He's not a guy that I would sign for 25 million. Anthony, really, it's just not happening. It's just not happening. I think there's a player in there, but are we going to ever see him? Are we going to see him anytime soon? Time's running out. And the guy that bought you for 85 million, whatever, his ass is on the line. You need to start performing. Think for me, Højlund, man, is a good player, but we're gonna kill him at this rate. He's feeding on scraps. There's nothing there. All I see Højlund have to do is, I want you to go kick and punch, fight, work the channels, give us breathing room. It's really sad that Atalanta, he's got 2 guys constantly with him, somebody behind him. There's interplay, there's movement.
We've turned him into a WWE wrestler. What we've turned a footballer. Manchester United are the only club that turned a footballer striker into WWE wrestler. I swear to God, that's what he is. He's a wrestler. He was a footballer before he joined us. Now he's a wrestler. We hoof the ball up to him. Nobody gets closer enough to him to play the 1-2 or anything like that to play off him. We let him battle. We leave him. We go, hoof! Bruno hooves it to him. And then he battles and then he loses the ball. Crazy.
It's really there's a lot of unfair criticism every week about this kid. 21, man, relax. He's a good player. You can see there's quality there, there's talent there, there's a willingness and a desire to do this kind of work at 21 years old. You want to be playing sexy football, nice football in a team where you're going to get served, where you can develop as a striker. Poor kid's having more touches outside the box. He's having to drop deeper, and he's just isolated up there on his own a lot of games. Where's the service? There's no service. And Garnacho tonight, I'm getting a bit frustrated with the young man, but I can't say much, and it is what it is because he is young. But every time he gets the ball, it's head down, lost the ball so many times, worked hard, won it back sometimes, but it's not going to work this. We've bought a target man for a reason, and he held. Do you know Højlund, unlike Martial, he is a willing worker and he holds his own against Upamecano. He's strong. He can back into him. He battles. But that's all he's being asked to do. And that's all he's doing. It's the graveyard shift most weeks. It's not like he's squandering chance after chance.
I'm sorry.
It's awful. It's awful.
Listen, Bombay, I'm not going to lie to you. Eric Ten Hag is playing so much survival football. He's hoping to get it in the mixer for Scott McTominay to get his head on it or put a foot on it, or if he takes 10 deflections. And you know what, tonight, he could even get it in the mixer.
We're not even getting it in the mixer, that's what I'm saying. What's that? It's
That's
awful.
why I said it. I said to Scott McTominay, it's going to be your player. It's unsustainable.
We've broken another record tonight, haven't we? Most
unsustainable. Unsustainable, man. Unsustainable. No, I'm going this way, thank you. My neighbour's been kind there, holding the door for me. Listen, Manchester, this football, I said it from January, and people call me negative. People were saying to me, stop moaning, you're just moaning. You like to moan, that's all you do is moan. And I said to you in January, Manchester United attack cannot hold up the ball up the pitch. We don't sustain attack. We don't do it.
Man, I'm looking at the comments, and people are always on Højlund's back. It's not like we're getting 3-4 chances a game and he's missing them. Where's the service? I'm not even able to find out what kind of striker he is. It's basically Drogba against Barcelona, 9 men in the other half, whack it up. There's no service. And if he's not if he doesn't do the runs, if he's not a willing runner, if he's not going to battle, how are we going to actually get up the pitch and into the game?
Listen, I ask the question to people all of the time.
It's not.
Find out what Didier Drogba. Listen, find out where Didier Drogba was when he was 21. He was in the French third division or second division, and I think he had 5 goals.
That's right. Yeah.
I think he might have been even Division 3. Somebody please check it up. He was in
Bro,
the French.
2 or 3. This guy's an international at 19 and playing in Serie A. Come on, guys.
No, listen to me. We already knew people, regardless how many people wanted to blame Scott, to blame Martial as well. See, Martial doesn't even get into the positions for us to cross the ball anyway. But it's unsustainable. We knew it from back then. It's unsustainable. It's just, listen, survival football gets you nowhere. And tonight I saw the tactics, just going to the bit of the game. We saw that Bruno dropped a bit. Bruno dropped into midfield with alongside Amrabat. And he looked lost there as well. Best player on the pitch tonight was Coleman. And what he did to Onana, embarrassing. Onana's already lying down eating grass. He's even
he's not saving that. That's just a nice piece
Listen
of
to
play.
No, but Bumbaye, he didn't even shoot. He was on the floor already. What about standing up, making it difficult for him? Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing.
He's not Dave. He's not Dave.
Bumbaye, just to ask you, who did you think the best player for Man United was tonight?
Well, I thought the best player on the pitch was Musiala. Coleman was really good as well, but I really liked his performance. But for us, I thought Maguire did well until he got injured, to be honest. I thought. I didn't, bro. You're probably gonna don't blow your top. I didn't think Scott was dreadful tonight. I thought he was one of the better ones.
Better ones.
And I thought Højlund, man. Højlund, what was there tonight, bro? Where's the service? We're not trying to create anything. I was saying when we get a striker, it'll improve. The wide players, they're getting worse. They're getting worse.
I swear to God, you know what, Bumbaye, I'm going to take you to a game this season and I'm going to show you how horrendous Scott McTominay is. I swear to God, and Scott McTominay must look amazing on television. Tonight, he was so shit. He's just a ghost in the fucking game. Ghost. I swear to God, in the second half, I thought, is he playing? I asked Bill, you know Bill. I asked Bill, I was like, Bill, is he playing? Scott McTominay playing tonight? Has he been subbed?
Who did you think played well for us tonight? Do you think Delo had a good game? Do you think Delo did well?
No, none of them for me.
All right, I mean, none of them did really have a good game.
Højlund tried. Listen. Højlund tried. Højlund did what he did in it, the bit of the wrestling, and the referee was unkind to him because Upamecano was thrown into the floor, and you know what I mean. You can see that he was just not giving him anything. But it's embarrassing.
Just give me a second. Let me just get my charger. Let me just get my charger. One sec, man.
Therapy Army, talk to me. Who's your man of the match for United tonight? You know what man of the match is tonight? Is that we're not in the Europa League. Hooray! Big up Coleman. Thank you so much. I think the players were like, listen, we don't even play in the Europa League. Get embarrassed. Get knocked out in that as well. It's embarrassing. Really embarrassing. People, smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We're shadow banned. That's what's happened to the channel. It's those of you who are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Help out the channel. That's the least you can do. But yeah, Bumbaye, just breaking news tonight. Richard Arnold walked away with millions of pounds tonight, apparently. Walked away today, which is officially his last day. So big up Richard Arnold. I think he's got shares in the club as well, so he's still involved. He's still being in the background. Do you know what's the discussion tonight? Yeah, obviously, do we need to even analyze the game? You saw it. I was listening to Talk Sport on the way home. Do you know what they said? New one for me. They said we're an embarrassment to English football in the Premier League because of what's at stake and the lack of enthusiasm. And then the United fans were ringing in saying the atmosphere was dreadful tonight. Listen, Bumbaye. The Bayern Munich fans started singing, "It's coming home, football is coming home." And United fans didn't even have the energy to sing and say, for them to say, who put the ball in the German's net? We didn't even have the energy to do that. What does that tell you?
I mean, look, I forgive the fans because it's hard to get up for this stuff at now. And to be honest with you, for me, I think if you want to keep Erik ten Hag, then you should back Erik ten Hag. There's no point in doing anything interim. If you're going to do an interim, just keep him till the end of the year. And if you are going to keep him, then back him. Give him what he wants. For the people that thinks he should stay, if he's going to stay, then don't just keep him. If he needs something and you think that you're going to get something back from Erik ten Hag and he's going to take us where we want to go, then you should be calling for the club to back him. Otherwise, let's see it out and let's get somebody new in. I think after 2 years, if this is where we're up to. We're going into Bournemouth scared, by the way. If you listen to the post-match, we were all scared. So,
Bumbaye, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me, man?
Can you hear me, Bumbaye?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Hello, Bumbaye. Can you hear me?
Yes.
What's going on here? What's going on there? What's going on here? Okay, I think I might need to go back from here. You can hear me. I can't hear you. Right, let me add Tom. Tom, give me your match reaction tonight, brother. Give me your match reaction. Can you hear me, Tom?
Yeah, I can hear you, guys.
People hear you.
Can you hear me, Rudin?
Yeah, I can hear you, Tom. Loud and clear, mate.
Is something up with Dino, like?
There's always something up with Dino. Hit us with the match reaction. Take it away, man. While he sorts himself out. What do you think of that? What's your assessment of that?
I didn't see us try and win the game. I didn't see us going for it. Not for
crikey!
me.
There's two of them. No way! I'm getting off. I'm getting off. Can't deal with that, mate. All right, nice one, Dino. Right. Take it easy, boys. Yeah, go on, Tom.
Yeah. What I saw from that team tonight, I didn't see a team that went to win. There wasn't enough desire to win. There wasn't enough pushing for it. I just didn't see us causing Bayern Munich a problem in the game. And the way I looked at it was Bayern. They didn't even have to come and play, but they played to a certain extent in the first half, and then took the pedal off the gas second half and just said, look, we'll give Man United the ball, let them pass it around a bit, and we'll hit them on the counter attack. And that's what they ended up doing. And then fast transition upfield with either Davies or Sane or one of the forwards, and that was it really. Yeah. Que sera. But we didn't cause them any problems at all in the game. And I've said this before, and I've said this again. From an attacking point of view, we've got nothing. We don't. This is the worst attack that I've seen. Maybe as far as Man United's history, of me being a fan anyway. The worst attack.
Can I ask you this? Do you think, I harken back to people like Mourinho. I know, he's not the favourite at United. And I look at Ferguson. And there's a common theme with managers like that where they got a lot out of, not the best players, but they'd give them, they'd make them feel 6 foot tall. They'd get every ounce out of them. They'd make, good players out of average players. And Ollie came with a different approach. I think, he thought, I'm going to befriend them. I'm going to be one of them.
Hello, boys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
I'm going to be one of them. And then, that didn't quite work. Do you think Erik ten Hag is having a positive effect on these players? And is he getting the best out of these players? Do you think he has the ability to get every ounce out of the players? Or are these players just shit? This is a polarizing point, I think.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's a mishmash of both. I don't necessarily think they've been coached well for the last 12 months. You can say it for what it is. We played far too many games last season to build anything long-term sustainable. And even this season, the players are down tools for weeks. They have done. The Newcastle game was a game where we got let off the hook, result-wise. Then it came back to bite us in the arse with Bournemouth. Chelsea game was blown out of the window, and I said to people, don't get giddy. They've turned up on one game. It won't happen weeks to come. Bayern Munich again tonight. They didn't try. They didn't go for it on both sides of it, the manager and the players' side. They didn't go for it. It's as simple as that. If they went for it and they lost 3-0, I can accept that. But not even trying just because you want damage limitations as a team, I can't accept that. Not at Manchester United. I'm sorry, no. Because if Boot was on the other foot and they'd got the result in Galatasaray, they wouldn't have played that way tonight. Absolutely not. They'd have gone for it from minute one. But it's a different case and scenario. But I said it before and I'll say it again. He'll get embarrassed against Liverpool at the weekend. Or if he takes this damage limitation approach, he might be lucky and he might only lose 3-0, forfeit score or whatever. But that might be about it. And to be honest, to summarise with this guy, I've said it before and I'll say it again. After Bournemouth, mate, I was done with this guy. I've been done. I've been done with this guy. I am honestly done. The selections, the style of play, performance, individuals, it is shite. From
Got a
top
question.
to fucking bottom.
Tom, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Dino, let me ask you and Tom a question.
We
On
can
the
hear
basis,
you, Dino.
let's go with the hypothesis that no manager will improve on what we're seeing. If we're going to keep this gentleman here,
No, you can improve, Bombay. You can improve, but you have to clear out at least 10 players. Like Ranić said.
You need a reshuffle. Reshuffle.
Okay, so I think if we give another manager, over the course of 3 transfer windows, 150 million a window approximately, get rid of 4 or 5 players, bring 4 or 5 new ones in, you think we could have the potential to be where we'd like to be, or closer, a lot closer than this to it? Now, if you don't believe that, fair enough. But if you're going to keep Erik ten Hag, do you think it's right for me to say, if you're going to stick with him, you need to back him, or you need to sack him?
I'll be very honest with you. The guy came out on national television and said he's never going to play the way that he's known for. From that point there, he lost so much faith from Manchester United fans. Not to the point they were calling for his head, but a lot of United fans sat there panicking with a heart attack. I was one of them thinking, so if you're not going to play what you're known for, mate, what are you doing here? What are you doing? And it doesn't surprise me that he ballsed up the Spurs interview now. I'm not shocked. If he goes there and he says, I'm not going to play the way that I'm known for, what are you surprised at? Probably nothing. Like I've said before, guys, he'll go to Liverpool. He's out of Europe, so he's lost the European money. He's probably not going to make top 4 playing the way that we are. So at the end of the day, he goes to Liverpool, he gets embarrassed, guys. Jurgen Klopp will put the spear into another Manchester United manager.
Last one for Dino.
Listen,
Sorry.
listen.
Last one for Dino. Dino, this is for you. I've got to give you this. If we keep him and we're out of everything and he's got time to work now till the end, should we be seeing anything improve? Because now we're out of everything. He's got
are you
time
done,
to work.
No.
Listen, the manager's stubborn. He's going to play Scott McTominay Survivor football. But listen, I want you to all of us to sing, yeah?
Yeah.
So when I go 1, 2, 3, we all sing, we're fucking shit. We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit. 1, 2, 3. We're fucking shit.
We're fucking shit.
That's on the walk out from Old Trafford. That's what I was singing on the way out from Old Trafford. We're fucking shit.
So Nuruddin.
Let me just get the super chat. Ben.
Yeah, go on.
Pick up Ben. Ben said, pick up the panel. So glad we're out. Ten Hag in. Ten Hag needs more time in the training ground. Most importantly, to get rid of these.
I've got a tune here. Got the perfect song for the people that want to keep Erik ten Hag. Anybody heard of Boys to Men? End of the road, but we can't let go. That's it, boys. That's it. That's the tune for you lot.
It's not bad, to be fair,
Hey, karaoke, mate. All around Mumbai is gaff, mate. For the
karaoke. This is what it's come to, lads, is it? Dino, where are you, though? Dino, let me ask you a question. Where are you now with this guy?
Let me just get a super chat.
After this, then, where are you with this guy? Yeah.
Big up Craig Welby says, what a beautiful shirt. See, that guy was a captain. Bruno, don't give me a fucking break. Listen, he says, big up the therapy. I mean, we keep that red flag flying high because Manchester United never die. Yeah, I agree. And you know what? Manchester United never die, but we're not in the Europa League. So for me, I'm celebrating tonight, guys. I'm celebrating. We're not in the Europa League. Get the hell out of here. Thursday night, free night. But big up to Great Welby. Big up to Ben for the super chats. Big up to everybody. Love and light. Go ahead. And let me just welcome in Jarvis. Jarvis, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine. I'm fine. You know, it went as expected, so I'm not even bummed out in a way. I feel a little bit deflated. You know, there's a little bit of hope that kills you, but in a way, you know, we didn't deserve it at all. And you know, FC Copenhagen went through. I have a question for the panel. You, Tom, you probably know.
By the way, congratulations.
Yeah,
FC Copenhagen, they deserved it.
Nurdin, let me make this one thing. Let me just say this one thing. At full time, do you know what the Copenhagen senior directors did to the fans? They put on the board in the stadium free beer all round. You can have one free beer. No, and I kid you not, it's all on social media. If anybody wants to have a look,
we'd never do that.
Put it up.
These guys would rather die than do that.
Abdullah, Bombay, we don't even have a board, mate. So how are we going to put that up?
Abdullah Decore in the house. I know.
Yeah. I just want to ask a question to Nuruddin and Boumbaye. What do you think is Copenhagen's squad value, total squad value?
I think
Anthony's worth more than the whole squad.
No, Anthony's worth than the most whole club has ever been worse. The whole club since he was formed, Anthony's worth than more than that. I think the squad, the push, is between 25 and 15 million.
A little bit up. Boumbaye, do we have a guess?
Should we go for 45?
Okay, I'll tell you. The total squad value is 66.35 million pounds.
Wow.
No, euros.
Wow. So that's about 40 million. It's about 40 million, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Somebody got it right.
So it's almost Mason Mount.
Oh, where is he? Where's Macy? Where is he?
It's not even here.
Macy's gone, mate. Macy's done a run.
Yeah, but are you happy that they are out of the Europa this season?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm. You know why I'm happy? I'm really happy that we're out of most of the tournaments now. Once a week, there's no excuses. If Eric's staying to the end of the season, it's it's a long time, like 5 months. There's a lot of work that can be done with just one game a week preparation. That was the criticism last year. There's no time to work 3 games a week. Well, that's finished now. We're not even halfway through. So now there is time to work. So now we can see if we are going to reap any of that benefits of having time to work, which is why I'm genuinely happy that we're not in the Europa League tonight. And I'm a guy that doesn't mind the Europa League because it's another way to get into the Champions League. But forget the Champions League. If we can see some progression through having time to work, I'm all for it.
Nah, listen, we're not, because you know what? He wants to get sacked because he's playing unsustainable football. I got a question for Jarvis. Jarvis, according to Boumbaye, he said Scott had a decent game tonight. Second half, I swear to God, I didn't even know he was on the pitch, Jarvis.
Yeah, he plays hide and seek, but we could see him in the first half. I think his first half was okay. We were pressing okay, but after 60 minutes, we ran out of gas. So then he disappeared. So I wouldn't slate McTominay today. He is what he is, but for me, he's not good enough to be in this squad. You saw. Yeah.
But Jarvis, he's in the team to get it in the mixer. We couldn't even put it in the mixer tonight. We couldn't even put it in the mixer. You know what? We couldn't even go out wide and put the ball in the mixer tonight.
We need to change our name to the Crazy Gang. Put it in the mixer.
Hey,
Vinnie Jones.
Listen, the Crazy Gang at least used to fight. They used to tackle hard. They used to fight players. They used to intimidate people.
Vinnie Jones and all those guys.
We're using Højlund like they used Fash.
The funniest thing, look, where Eric and now is just, what? When somebody's just absolutely waffling. I don't even think he believes anything he says anymore. He says
this was pre-match though.
We need strong defending today. He's very experienced.
That was pre-match. To be fair.
Okay, so where was he then? Where was he? You see him. That was the fastest sprint I've ever seen anybody to get off the pitch for Ran tonight. When he seen his number, he ran off the pitch, man. He sprinted off the pitch. Eric and I, why did this happen? It's simple today. We have to make subs. We're losing players. Very decisive on our game. We can make the shut up, Eric and I. If you believed in a system, instead of chasing 4 trophies last season, you will not matter who comes on the pitch. You will still play the same way. So save me with all that.
Maguire and Shaw weren't going to change much.
Big up Alien Tenor with that 9.99, mate. Big up. Is that what it is? Is that what you give Richard Arnold for him to? Was that his golden handshake? Richard Arnold left the club apparently today. Apparently.
Okay.
Paperwork wise, not personally.
Yeah. Listen, it is what it is. He's probably got shares in the club, so he'll still be there. He'll still be in the directors. He'll be ambassador director. Tonight, there's still many things to play for.
Jesus Christ.
This is the level we want to play Champions League, so we have to give every effort to get top far. Only to be humiliated again next season. When you clearly came out and said, I'm not playing my football. I'm not here to play that football. Where's Mason now? And then tonight, honestly, I saw Maguire's like, shit, I'm going to be captain on Sunday. It dawned on him. It dawned on him on the second half. He's like, shit, I'm going to be captain. Ooh, yeah, the groin is gone. Then Luke Shaw went, oh, me too. Luke Shaw's like, me too.
Let's chat about this, right? Let's say we're going to keep Eric. It's likely, right? It's likely. Let's say we're going to keep Eric. I know. Fuck this right off. But we got to make a show out of this, man. This is what we're working with now. You know, we're Højlund working with nothing basically. So they're going to keep him, and they're going to give him another 100 million. Let's say January or end of the season. Here you go. What does Erik ten Hag need to start playing this football? Who are we keeping and who are we selling? Don't say 10 players. Let's be realistic. Let's talk realistic.
A Christmas miracle. A Christmas miracle.
We're not on Santa's good list, so after that. So what do we need, guys? Let's say we're looking at selling 4 and bringing in 4. What we're looking at? What are the priorities? Any particular players that you think can help Eric to actually deploy a better brand of football?
I tell you what I'd do, Bumby, eh?
Yeah.
I'd get rid of Eric. I'd hire a proper football coach, and I'd say you've got the end of the season, implement a style of play, and then you kick on from next season because you've got nothing to play for.
Would you get rid of Erik ten Hag? Let's say we get bashed at Liverpool, would you let him go?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, seriously, I would. And if he's got any, honestly, if he's got any sense for himself, he won't even get on the bus from Manchester. He'll go to John Lennon Airport at Liverpool, and he'll piss off back to the Netherlands. Forget going from Manchester.
Okay.
If he's got any sense for his own career, get out of this job.
Well, that's a definitive answer, guys. Jarvis, do you know what you got for us?
Listen. If you want Erik ten Hag gone, I need Erik ten Hag to suffer because he's made me suffer. He needs to suffer because he said he doesn't want to play his football. So instead of getting Darren fucking Fletcher and Steve McLaren till the end of the season, I'm not with it. I'm not with interim bullshit. I'm not. That's just me. And let me finish. I do not believe there's anybody who can fix this shit. I do not believe that. I'm sorry. I do not. We'll go around the same cycle, and 2 years' time, we'll all be sitting here, and we'll be going, you know what? He needs to go.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Ruben. Let's just get somebody new in, and let's try and build a style of play for the rest of the season. While we have nothing, they can have, like you said before,
but
they've
Tom,
got one game
Tom,
a week. Stick with.
Look, I tell you the benefit of what Tom's saying.
Tom, listen to me. Tom. So you mean that with the first team, senior players build a style of play?
No. Hold on.
Let me finish. I want to understand. Listen, I want to understand what Tom is saying. So, Tom, are you saying get a manager with a distinct style of play, get rid of 10 players, right? They're all going, and then they're all going. Don't play them at all. Drop them all on the bench, and play the youngsters.
No,
develop a style of play. I can get behind that.
Honestly, I would play what is the future of this football club, and if you can recruit 1 or 2 players for that manager in January, I would do it. And if it's going to be key players, and when I associate key players, a key player that Erik ten Hag wanted to build the style of play was Frankie de Jong. He didn't get that player. Another key player he wanted was Harry Kane. He didn't get that player. So if we're going to bring in a new coach, I want him to have a key player, or at least two of them that he needs or wants as necessities to play that way. But the reason why I'm saying this, Nuruddin, is because we've always associated this where we never have the time in the season because we battle on all fronts for everything. Well, we're not going to win the FA Cup. Let's just be not disillusioned. We're out of Europe. Premier League is a long shot if you ever want to try and win that. Top 4 is going to be a push at least, maybe even top 6 with how Villa and Newcastle are doing this season. So if we're going to play for these positions, guys, I would rather you write the season off. If you can get in the manager that you want, I would get them in straight away under this new Ratcliffe BS or whatever. And then I would say, right, if we're going to go forward, let's try and build a style of play for the rest of the season. Entertain us, guys. That's what I want right now. I want entertainment. Forget winning out because we're 5 years away from winning anything anyway of major significance. Because as soon as City drop off a season, Arsenal's there. As soon as Arsenal drop off, maybe Liverpool's there, and so forth. And it combats between all of them. And we're not breaking into that conversation anytime soon. We're not. It's as simple as that. So for me, if he does lose to Liverpool, and I said this before anyway, I would have got rid of him after Bournemouth. I was done with this guy. Selection, style of play. The comments that he makes is bust up with every player in the dressing room. When's it going to end? When is it going to come to the point where, and I tell you now, it's going to bust up with everybody. There's going to be one day he's going to be stopped on the streets of Manchester. It might be with Nuruddin. You never know. He will have a barney with a Manchester United fan about how this football club is going forward. But when he says, if he come out and he says, I'm not going to play the Ajax way, how the fucking hell are you going to play Erik ten Hag? Because if you go to another football club, that's how you're going to try and play, like that. Because that's what you know.
But Tom, just on that, because I heard everybody talk about this statement from Ten Hag. Don't you think it's something that's lost in translation when he talks? Because obviously he can't play identically as he did with Ajax. With these group of players. If we try to read him right,
I understand why it might be lost in translation, but there's playing that way, Jarvis, and there's trying to play that way. He tried to play that way for 2 games and he abandoned it. That is not a top European coach. And that is not a coach who believes in what he's been successful with. Because if he's been successful playing that way, he should stick with it.
Yeah, but Tom, if you go back to this season, he obviously tried to implement his style with this build-up with the 3 in the back and the single pivot. And we all seen it over and over again. And he's been exposed with the big gap in the midfield and all of that. So he's been consistent and he's been trying this type of football all the time with the high recoveries and shift of play and the wingers overloads on the sides and all of this. He's been trying this. But for me, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm Ten Hag out at the moment because I think he can do something, but not with this group of players. I think he's a good manager. But he needs time. He needs time to learn. You know, he's new in the league. But I think he would probably be one of the best managers we can get at the current market. There's no one out there. We can get Antonio Conte, but I think that will be going back in time. It's the same as hiring Mourinho.
There's other coaches that you can get. There's Hansi Flick if you want to play a brand of football and try and build something for the remainder of the season, and then go next season. Do you
really think Hansi Flick would come to our club?
Give him money, Jarvis. Jarvis, any coach comes to a football club that's going to give them big money. They do. You pay them top dollar, they'll come, regardless of the situation.
Yeah, and what's the motivation then? Get a big paycheck when you get sacked in 2 years and see it all.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, so it's not no use. I would rather keep trying with Ten Hag until he gets it right at the current state than sacking Ten Hag and get a new manager in.
Let me just ask you a question, Jarvis. I'm trying to ask myself that question. But what tells you that he can get it right when he's playing fucking Scott McTominay and he can see it? He's not stupid. He knows we're not stupid. He's not insulting our intelligence, is he? He's insulting our intelligence. You know that, don't you? By playing Scott McTominay and thinking that Scott McTominay is going to get him 25 goals this season. I'm sorry, but for me, for me to fight for you to stay, I need something. And at the moment, you're giving me fuck all. You're giving me.
Yeah,
fuck all.
but I'm telling you what he gives. He has courage. He's consistent with his type of style. He's trying to implement something, but
But
at
what?
the
No,
moment,
come on,
we
Jarvis.
only see bits and pieces. And another thing is the players aren't good enough, and they don't have the level. So this time, I'm not throwing the manager under
I've
the
got
bus.
one question,
I will
Jarvis.
stay with the
No,
manager,
Jarvis,
and I
I'm
will
sorry,
throw the
Jarvis.
players out of the bus.
But Jarvis, I'm sorry. Are you telling me that Manchester United have got worse players than Luton and worse players than Bournemouth? How come their coach to a style of play? He basically, Jarvis, I'm sorry to say, but listen, I would believe that if he was doing actually a bit in training ground. He said he only wants 14 players. This is from his own mouth. And he wants to play 14 players to death because they get used to the patterns and the rhythm. I'm sorry, you can't do that in the Premier League.
You don't win.
No. But Nuruddin, that question you can look at it on the other way. Do we have a better squad than Chelsea? We are higher up of the league than Chelsea. You know, you can't just compare it to like for like. It's more complicated than that.
But no, it's not complicated than that, Jarvis. I'm sorry to say, Jarvis. Luton are well coached. Sheffield United are well coached. Even though they were getting beat, they were losing games. When you watch Burnley, they're well coached. Every player knows what they're doing. They might miss chances. They might concede goals. But on the ball, they were coached. This is shit, Jarvis. I'm sorry. If this was Jose, if this was Ollie, if this was Moyes, we wanted Eric Ten Hag. I wanted Eric Ten Hag. But this is insulting my intelligence.
Dino,
It's insulting your intelligence, the whole of the fan base intelligence.
Let me ask one question, guys.
Put it in the mixer for Scott McTominay. Nah, get the fuck out of here.
When we all wanted this guy, when we all wanted this guy, why did we want this guy?
And by the way, I'm not saying get him out because I don't want to interim. We've had 6 interims.
That's my point.
We've had more interim than managers. So to me, he needs to suffer and his reputation needs to be ruined till the end of the season. That's what I'm banking on.
But this time I'm willing to go down with the ship, his 3 years contract, and see what will happen. I will see the end of the process this time. We know we have tried it with Mourinho, we tried it with Magal, we tried it with Ole, we have tried it and failed, and we stopped halfway through the process. I want this time. I know it won't fix anything by sacking him and bringing him in a new manager. This time I will see the end product. I will see out the 3 years, even if it gets us relegated. This is my.
Oh, I wish if he could have got us relegated. Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Big up Stephanie. Big up Craig Welby and Stephanie as well. Big up everybody. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. It's only 400 of you in here. The show's shadow banned because we shout for Palestine, we shout for Congo, we shout for what's going on in Sudan, what's going on in the Tigray region in East Africa. We shout for everybody, the humanity of everybody, wherever they are. So at the end of the day, it's simple. It's simple, people. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. For me, I knew Eric Ten Hag from last January, Jarvis, when everybody told me on Twitter and on here that I was just moaning and I was being negative. They said this is the negative therapy. Negative therapy. That's what they kept calling me. So at the end of the day, I knew, for me, last season we didn't score enough goals. We relied on one player to score 30 goals. That football is unsustainable. It's unsustainable. And I said it from January, and in 3 weeks' time, it's going to be January. So I've noticed it in a year. I noticed that from last January that Manchester United were not capable of beating the top 8 teams in the league. I noticed these things. Like Sky, they joined my club. I was calling it out in February and March. Like, where you been? Now they put that stat on. It's like they're always late to the show. They're always late to the show. So for me, I don't see anything. He wanted to get rid of Scott McTominay. He wanted to get Maguire, but he thinks those guys are going to save him. Unbelievable. It's embarrassing.
In a way, Maguire have saved him so far.
We had one shot against the Byern team that got beat 5-1. That is low on confidence. That weren't even trying. They were not even trying. And we had one shot in 95 minutes of football. I kept saying it. The word that I keep using is that it's unsustainable. Now, I want his reputation to be ruined because he's ruined those who wanted him and backed him. So I want him to stay. I want him to suffer. I want him to have a nightless sleeps like we're having, watching that shite. For me, when you go down with the shit of Scott McTominay, put it in a mixer, 5 deflections and he'll put his head in. No.
No.
And you know what? I'm not lying to you. I've helped my friend's Sunday league team, and I helped his team. We did it for 3 months. Every training we did 3 months. We did the 5 at the back, the goalkeeper and the 4 and the 4 defenders to play out from the back. We did that in 3 months, just working constantly, working on it, repeating it. Every player on the ball has got 3 options. Every player on the ball. And Erik ten Hag can't do that. But I see Luton and Burnley getting out of defence, transitioning to the last set. I see every team do it. I'm sorry. It's embarrassing what he's doing. Every team, you watch every team, you see they've got a distinct, you can tell what they're doing. It might not work what they're doing, but you can see it. You can see it. Tonight, I'm watching it in the second half. You know what it was? Just like Oli and like Jose. The ball gets passed to a player. He puts his foot on it. He looks up, then he passes it. None of this like tap, tap. Not what everybody takes 3 touches, 4 touches, 5 touches, and then it's like the most transparent football. I'm high on the pitch tonight. They changed our seats because of the UEFA. They want the UEFA people to have their thing. So they put us in the cloud, and actually it was tactically. It was the perfect vision, but I couldn't even be asked to get my phone out because I just knew it was shit. And for me, I want Erik ten Hag to get the end of the season, and I want him to suffer, and I want his reputation ruined.
No, I can't get on board.
You know what he did? He conned me, but go ahead, Tom. You've got a different...
No, I can't get on with this. I can't give this guy any more time. I can't give him any more money, time, bollocks. I'm fed up with it. I'm done.
There's no money anyway, Tom. There's no money to give.
This is what I mean. So what's he going to fix it with? Nothing's working right now, guys. So what are we keeping the guy for? Vibes? This isn't Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, mate. We need some more legs in here and everywhere.
It's about exposing the players, Tom.
Oh, they've been exposed.
I think let me just... I'm going to start. Tom...
don't give me Antonio Conte. That's all that I beg. I beg. Do not give me that name.
Okay.
Before you
how do you say it?
Look, I'm not...
He's wearing a wig. Antonio Conte. He's wearing a wig.
For Tom and for Jamie Wayne and for you guys in the panel, I'm not going to give you Antonio Conte. In Italy, they say the surname first. It's Conte, then Antonio. That's who we need, boys. Anyway, moving on. Listen, I love Antonio. I would love Antonio here, mate, with that Godfather, man. Godfather shit. Godfather vibes. But look.
I swear to God, you know what? I swear to God, bring him so he can relegate us to get rid of the
swear, man. I can see it now. It's going to be beautiful when it happens. Don't worry, boys.
We'll
get to that.
I swear to God, he'll bring him and he'll relegate us.
But stop making me laugh, right? I've got shit to say. Tom, if we sack him off, now first, Jarvis.
Come by 1 second, please. 1 second. There's Thomas. Thomas is flirting again. Thomas, yesterday, in the press conference the other day, said, there's an aura about Manchester United. There's an aura. Because every manager knows they come there to go get a big payout. You get a big long contract.
You know what? It hurts saying that. Why don't you just say we're shite? It'd feel a little bit better than saying surprised and good club. Don't do that to us. Twist the knife. Just say the truth, Tom. Thomas. Look,
with us. Can you not see?
I understand Jarvis wanting to finish the process for the very first time. I do completely get his desire to do that. I do. Because we've never finished the process. I don't agree with that. Because also a part of me says, sometimes you genuinely have the wrong manager and you should cut your losses. Now, what do we have to gain? I don't want an interim. I don't want Darren Fletcher or anything stupid like that. On that basis, keep him. Let him really run it into the ground. So then I'm even more sure. Or if he turns it around, great. But if you brought in another manager now, a good manager, somebody like, I don't know, I'm not going to say my man. Let's say Nagelsmann, Flick, Spick, whatever, Chick, Mick, Wick. Bring whoever you want. But he will be able to, by the end of the season, think, right, he's a no, he's a no, he's a yes for me, he's a no. So it's not time wasted. It's not time wasted. It's doing a fiscal study of what I have, what is surplus to requirements and what I am going to need. So it's
I think
not a
it-
season wasted. It's a
Bombay,
season
though,
free. It's a free hit, if you know what I mean.
I get what you mean, but I think with what Ten Hag
Tom,
did
let me
anyway
stop you there,
last
Tom.
season.
Tom, let me stop you there. Same Miati's had the week. He's had the weekend off. He had the weekend off because his boys got absolutely balled off the park. Good evening. Good evening.
Tell you what.
You know what? I swear to God, that's one of the best team goals I have ever seen in the Premier League. That Villa goal against Arsenal was the best.
It's a beautiful goal. That was a beautiful goal.
Because you know what? Arsenal actually pressed them. Arsenal didn't let them just take the piss. Arsenal actually were pressing them, trying to get the ball back. But the football was like poetry in motion. So he's back in tonight, Saint Miassi. First of all, Saint Miassi is the Palestinian. Solidarity and love to you. And solidarity to all your relatives.
Always, man. Respect.
My heart goes out to you and all other Palestinians worldwide. First of all. Second of all, he says, shame we won't see you in the final. Top of our grade.
Do you know what? Just the fact that Zayn is my brethren, Palestinian. I hope Arsenal win the Champions League. I'm not even asked. I don't care who wins what anymore. I just want to watch something decent with people that play in red. I'm not joking. I just want to say, guys, I just want to say this. I watched PSG tonight. What a fabulous team. What a fabulous team to watch. Absolutely brilliant football. 1-1. They play some wonderful stuff. They are a really, really good team. I've never seen them play. And what a game to enjoy. No, I'm not sure what happened to them.
I think
they're through.
Yeah.
They're through.
They're not through, I don't think, because they had to. I think they had to win, but I think if Newcastle or Milan win, I think one of those two goes through with Dortmund.
Right.
But if it's a draw, then PSG go through. I can't remember. I think it's similar to what we've had tonight, pretty much.
Yeah, you're right. But a really interesting team with some very interesting players. Young players. There was this guy on the right wing.
I'm sorry, Bombay, but are you sure you watched Paris Saint-Germain tonight? Because I'm not playing.
No, PSV.
Oh, PSV, I know, but
PSV, yeah. But oh God, no.
PSV. Yeah.
I thought he said PSG. I was like,
yeah,
PSV.
me too.
Yeah,
probably I did.
No. Listen, their coach is one of the most highly sought after coach in European football. He's one of the
really good team, and they had this guy on the right wing of all places, black guy, dreads, like stocky build, really good player. Really good player.
You mean what's his name? What's his name?
Bro, I don't know the names, but he really caught my eye tonight.
What's his name? The mixed race kid with the red hair.
No, not mixed race. Bakayoko. That's the guy. Got taken off, I think, about 65, 70 minutes. Really good player. But yeah, I just watched other teams play football, and I get my fix, man. I watched the Arsenal PSV game. I was buzzing. Like, what beautiful football to watch! What a game! You know, you just tune into Manchester United, and they don't offer you anything. There's no emotion invested in the game. It's just two-dimensional for the eyes. Yeah. It's just barren. And at this point in time, it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. And I'm not asking, honestly, you know what? It's one thing having to play with the pressure to get into this and win that. There isn't even that pressure anymore. The fans have accepted it. We're just asking, show us that we are going to go somewhere in the next 6 to 12 months. Tonight is a game at home where, we're the laughing stock because we didn't even turn up. We didn't even ever. They were just chilling. Harry Kane's performance tells you they were just chilling tonight. It wasn't really.
Didn't go for it.
Yeah, we didn't do anything, and it's so frustrating. And you think, God, I'm scraping the barrel here.
Listen, the best player on the pitch for me personally was Coleman. Honestly, so silky on the ball, but he got injured.
Yeah.
Another injury-prone guy. But honestly, every time he had the ball, close control, dropping shoulders, megging players.
Yeah.
Honestly, he was
good player.
Him and Musala were taking the piss at times. But Jarvis, one thing I didn't notice tactically tonight is that I noticed that after half an hour, Bruno went next to Amrabat and remained there for the rest of the game.
He tried the double. The double
Yeah.
pivot. He did something different in the beginning. He played with Bruno was actually the second striker with Højlund in the press play, and McTominay was behind them, and the wingers tucked in with Amrabat. So we usually played like a 2-1-3-4 formation or something. But that's because of the man marking in the press play. It doesn't matter. We don't have any formation. We just follow the opposition in our press play, and this is total football. It's just the way it is.
It's crazy. Listen, big up Toby. Toby, are you a United fan? Are you just trolling? Are you a Spurs fan, or what are you? Who do you support? Because you're talking about Rasmus Højlund saying he's shit. Rasmus Højlund is doing what he can. He's doing his best in one of the most disgraceful football teams he'll ever in his life. We've turned the kid into a WWE wrestler. We hoof the ball to him. Nobody gets it within a yard or 10 yards or 5 yards of him. And we go, battle it out, fella. Fight. That's what we do. I swear to God, it's like Mortal Kombat. And fight. Fight. That's what we do. I swear to God. We do that. Fight. That's what we do. That's what we do.
Do you know who Højlund is? I'll tell you who Højlund. He's Zangief from Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
I swear to God. Listen, Brian Campbell says, big up, thanks for the super chat. So Nuruddin, even a blind man can see shit, of course. That's
you can smell it. You can smell it, man.
We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit. That's what we are. We are fucking
We've just
shit.
sung it for you all at the start of the stream, mate.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, but Nuruddin, just to get back to the game a little bit, I think our legs are gone after 60 minutes, and that made Ten Hag. He had to do 5 subs. We had no players on the bench. He had to chuck on 3 youngsters at once. No manager chuck on 3 youngsters at once and expect something from it.
Jarvis,
so basically
Jarvis,
we just caved in and gave up at that moment. I believe.
Jarvis, I knew their legs were gone before I walked into the stadium. You're being generous because they did a little shadow pressing. You think that their legs went? I knew the legs went. Go and check my tweet out. Check my tweet out before
I think watching it though. Do you know what? The bench tonight was dead. It was dead. Yeah. We had nothing to offer, and I'd say between 60-65 minutes, you saw a drop off. You did see a general drop-off. Do you know, I just, at this point, I'm wondering where Ten Hag, I wish I could know what's going on inside his heart. Do you believe you've got what it takes to really make it as the United manager here? And my answer to that from afar is I don't think so. I think he's losing it slowly. He's losing a grip on things. And it's all about, for me, it's not about winning things. It's about how do I feel about this manager and this team, the way it's what it's producing on a weekly basis, not just in terms of the football, in terms of the mentality, in terms of the character. I felt we had those things last season. We had that character. We had a stronger mentality. We didn't cave in. There was some good defensive work where we'd see a game out, we'd ride our luck, but it's okay. And those things are really...
Mumbai player of the season was between 2 guys. That was Casemiro and Martinez.
Yeah. I understand that. I understand that. But you look at this team, we've signed 10 players, and if you were to do a starting 11, it's his goalkeeper, it's Martinez and Varane or Maguire, probably Varane. Then you take your pick of the foot wing backs you want. Then in the middle, it's definitely going to be 2 of his signings along with Bruno, maybe even 3. I think let's put Bruno in there. Then you're going to have Casemiro will start for us.
No, not Bruno. He's shit.
I'm getting to a point here. Just let me finish it. Then you'd put Casemiro or Eriksen or Mount or Amrabat. There's 2. It's his right winger. It's his striker. And we've been blessed with this guy, Garnacho, that he's brought through. That's 7 players starting. And I mean, this football that we're seeing is a continuation of last season, really. Where we did have the players fit. It's getting worse. It's got worse. It's got worse. It has. How many players are we away from seeing something nice?
11.
So what
Well,
you're
we're
saying
not.
is,
We're not 11 players away from seeing
Yeah,
something nice. We
so-
got to be realistic. It's football,
yeah,
you know. But sometimes you just need 1 or 2 or 3 players to make everything click. We saw the moment Kobe Mainu came on against Everton, how he changed the game because you need someone to make the rhythm go. And
I
now
thought
we have like
when he came on
Yeah,
tonight, he
yeah,
smashed into somebody.
Yeah.
He won the ball, he smashed into, he gave it a little bit of energy. But I was looking at it going, half-time, why didn't you change it? Why didn't you take off Scott McTominay? You can't even get this game, you couldn't even put it in a mixer. You take Scott McTominay off, get Bruno closer to Højlund, and at least try to do something, get a penalty or get something, get a dive or something like that. But he didn't. Scott McTominay stayed on that football pitch, and he's going to be Captain Scott.
Yeah. This is one of the biggest problems with Ten Hag. He trusts the wrong players. And you know, Tom and me did the exercise the other day. I think it was Monday night on Jarvis Corner. We talked about the spine of the team and who would you keep going forward for the spine of the team. Because, for example, Jurgen Klopp.
what's happened to Jarvis?
Is he there? Jarvis. Oh, he's gone.
It is cold over there, you know.
Yeah, I know he's froze. Look at
I'm waving at him. He's not responding. Jav, you there? You okay? Dino, and you're muted. Bloody hell,
Dino,
this
you're on
show's
mute.
going shows all over the place.
Listen,
Supposed to be therapy, this. Gonna fuck people up.
listen, I said somebody in his house opened the window and Jarvis froze. Somebody opened the front door.
Oh dear. So go on. Oh
Let me
man.
remove him and he'll come back. Hopefully he'll come back.
Yeah, bring him back. Bring him back. Give him the ice bucket challenge, but give him some lukewarm water.
Listen, big up Henry for the super chat. Thank you so much, King Henry.
Yeah, big up, mate.
Listen, there's over 400 of you, 420 of you in here. How many likes have we got on the video? Can somebody check for me, please? How many likes we got? Craig, how many likes we got? We haven't got 200 then. Honestly, you're a disgrace. All of you are like the Glazers.
Jamie, ask the way only Jamie Way can win for some likes.
One of our penalties a few weeks ago, Manchester United should never have a manager that needs to learn on the job. Facts. Honestly, facts. Let me.
You got any replacements in mind, boys?
Jarvis, listen, Jarvis. We don't know what happened, but one thing we did say properly. Somebody opened. He's gone again.
Do you know what? Jarvis looks like somebody. Just put a tash on it.
Here we go.
I'm back. I'm back, guys. Sorry.
Jarvis, what we said is that either somebody opened the window or somebody opened the door and he froze. It started cold up there. No way.
Do you want me to repeat the question, or did you get what I said?
No, go ahead. Repeat.
We got nothing there, bro.
Tom and I made this exercise on Monday. We talked about the spine of the team. Who would we keep going forward? Because even with the new manager, some of these players need to stay. Yeah. Am I frozen?
No.
Yeah.
You're
okay.
rocking, man.
Yeah. So who would it be? Because you know, as I said, Liverpool, they had, for example, when Klopp came in 2016, he kept Milner, Henderson, Emre Can, Lallana, Firmino, to name a few. And this is it. Who would we keep in this group of players going forward and trust with the new manager?
This is a good question. Who would you keep? But you can't say. I want you to do this if you're going to do it. Realistic. Let's say we have another 2 transfer windows. We have Christmas and the summer. Christmas is not really counted, but let's say we have that and Christmas. Realistically, 5 players, let's say. Get rid of 5, and where would you bring the new 5? What positions? And if you have any specific players in mind, hit us with them. It's a good exercise.
Yeah, but you know, who we will sign, that's a little bit difficult because it's a lot about timing and who's on what contracts and everything, you know, so that will be a long show. But you know, what players would we keep going forward?
7. I'm only keeping 7. Let me give you the 7. I'm keeping. Right, show me your hands, Jarvis. Show me your hands, even though they're freezing. Right, I want you to count. I'm keeping Lisandro Martinez. I'm keeping Malacia. I'm keeping Højlund. I'm keeping Garnacho. I'm keeping Pelestri. I'm keeping Manu. And I'm keeping Hannibal.
And do you think
That's Højlund.
they will be the one who will create the spine of this team?
I'm just keeping them. I'm keeping those guys.
Because Tom had a great point. We need characters in this group to bring in other players. And as I mentioned, for example, Henderson and Milner, yeah, they're Liverpool scummers, but they are characters.
100%. We don't have any characters. Let me just get this super chat. Big up Ben. Ben says, for Xmas Christmas present this year from the therapy arm, it seems United ruined that Xmas. Can we witness a face reveal from Mr. Antonio Bombaye and Seville Hills figure, Tom?
The big reveal.
Listen,
if we get top 4, maybe we're onto something. If we get top 4.
He says, yeah, look, he says, I've got a massive sympathy for Højlund. I honestly don't know if he's any good or not. What sort of service does he get? He's raw, having said all that.
When he gets the service guys, he bangs though. That's the thing.
Bangs, yeah. I watched something decent in the team wearing red from Mumbai Legend. So much love, bro. Listen, it is. Let me just get this out of super chat. He says, Takin Henry says, who else thinks Maguire Shaw enough to join Bruno and Rashid Martial to duck the Liverpool game? 100%. He will not go past them. I swear to you, he will not go past them. It will not go past them. I swear to you. Can you also talk about Manu cameo when he came on? His levels above United. Yeah, 100%. Comfortable on the ball. Really good on the ball. He did see when he did that pass to switch to play.
Outside the boot. Yeah.
Boom, yeah. Supporters inside Old Trafford are the most coward, stupid supporters that you will ever see in England. They pay huge money to see their team F up and in reverse kind of... Oh, I don't know about that. I am the truth. But listen, you know what they did tonight? They literally... we booed. So everybody booed. I even booed. We were all booed. And some section of the fans were singing Eric Ten Hag. Some section of the fans were singing for Eric Ten Hag. But yeah. It's for me, it's just... It's heartbreaking because you know what? And honestly, Jarvis, you remember when I said to you about I wanted Eric Ten Hag? It's because I thought within 6 months we'll have a system and a style of play. Because I know this club is not moving to challenge for any league title or win a Champions League or I mean, I knew that already. I just wanted a bit of a style of football. Big up Adebayo. I told you guys about fraud Bruno for years. They said I don't like him because he's not my kind of footballer. I don't like him because he's ass. Adewale, listen, you called it, bro. I've got to give it you. You called it. He's a one-trick pony, and now he's so desperate. Hoofball FC, that's what he is. Hoof the ball, mate. That's all he does is hoof the ball. We got Adewale. Listen, let me see if I can see any more super chats. And here it says, keep Casemiro, Varane, Martinez, Manu, get everyone else out. I'm keeping Ahmad. Oh yeah, the other player I set up, I'm keeping Ahmad as well. Ahmad, because I'm not. And Mason Mount because I'm not seeing him, and I'm not going to be that horrible, even though I don't rate him that much. But I'm not seeing him. He has to get a go. He has to have a chance. You know what I mean? He has to have a chance, doesn't
he? Where is he? What's happened, man? The whole season?
Injuries. It's fit. The medical department put it down to fitness.
He's getting sold. He's getting sold. I predicted it. I asked Jarvis. I predicted it at the start.
What, Mount?
No, Matt. And I
thought, sorry, I thought you were about Mount. Fair enough.
Yeah. No,
it's been a long time.
Oh, he's blagging it now. Do you think you want to come back to this team, even if you're fit? Do you think you want to come back to this team? When Bruno, your captain, is shitting his pants, not bottling it. Everybody's a bottle job, mate. Everybody's a bottle job. They're bottling it all.
Some good work there by your mods, and some good work by the people in the comments. Yeah, well done, guys. Big it up. Big
up to all the mods, man. Love and light, everybody. Did you hear that Eric Ten Hag said after the game he thinks that the team played very good? Oh, God. What every manager comes out after becomes an idiot. I swear to God. It's the same playbook. I swear, it's almost Manchester United give them a script. Jose, Ollie, now Ten Hag. It was the deadest football game I've ever watched in my life. check my tweets. Honestly, follow me, that guy Red Devil. Go and check my tweet out before the game starts. How come I can predict what's gonna happen in the game before the game kicks off? How? How can I do that?
Yeah, but you're not alone, Nuruddin. There's a lot of people saying the same thing. Seeing what's wrong, and I think that's part of the problem. The leadership in this club doesn't see the same thing as a lot of the fan base do, and the problems with the fan base. And this is why I'm skeptical with sacking Ten Hag, because I know who is making that decision. It's not footballing people, and this is what we need to be clear on. Footballing people need to take this decision, not the Glazers. But the Glazers are going to repeat the same mistake over and over again. So if they sack Ten Hag, they will bring in someone complete different. They won't assess the footballing squad, see what we got, what managers who will suit our team and our style, and how we would go forward. They will just with eyes folded and just
they'd give Jarvis. They'd give the bench and they'd say McLaren, Fletcher, take the end of the season, and then when Ratcliffe rolls in, he'll probably then he'll bring in the sporting department, and then they'll find somebody at the end of the season. We'll basically do what we did with Ten Hag, where it is you can't get the guy that you want straight away, so you're gonna have to wait, and you're just gonna have to hold tight. But instead of going out there and getting somebody who has no affiliation to the club like we did with Ragnick, like if they wanted to coach, there was coaches on that shortlist. Laurent Blanc was a coach that you could have got. Ernesto Valverde was a coach that you could have got. If you wanted a coach, you should have gone for one of them two. Ragnick's a football, he's a club builder. He's not a coach. In terms of modern day football, that's his best credentials. Boardroom, off the field, not on a coaching ground or on a training ground, trying to coach players. It blew up in his face. But the one thing that he said, and the reason why I said about 11 players, guys, was I didn't mean 11 players in starting. I meant as a whole squad. I want 11 new players coming into the team. Some of them to sit on the bench, some of them to join the players in the team. Because, like we said before, Jarvis, when we did Jarvis's corner yesterday on Mtch show, when I said I would only take 4 or 5 of these players, mate, I meant it. I couldn't give you 7, because 7 of these players, like we said before earlier, Luke Shaw, I gave the stat, he's had 24 injuries while he's been at Manchester United. 7 of them have been the same recurring injury. 7 of them hamstrings. 7 of them. We don't keep these guys long term. If you're a serious football club, you get rid of them. Real Madrid would not keep a player like that. I'm sorry, they didn't keep Casemiro, Varane out of nostalgia. They got rid of them because the injuries were coming and the age was gone. So at the end of the day, what do? They move them on. See you later, mate. Jerome Boateng, all these players at Bayern Munich, Hummels, get rid of them guys, mate. Yeah, we'll roll in the young guns. We're getting Kim Min-jae, Upamecano. What's the other guy's name? Schürrle, for example. We're getting younger guys play those roles. Serious football club. We're not that. That's different. But
We're not.
I
can't stand by, guys, and let this guy. Even if it's till the end of the season, I can't burn through the bridges anymore because he said that he's not going to play. He's not going to play that way. So for me, I'm not buying into this.
Message to the mods: anybody being racist, please get rid of them.
Ban.
Yeah, ban them straight away.
Ban them, please.
Not acceptable.
Khalid, sort it out, please, bro, for me. I beg you, sort this out for me. I'm not having any people being racist. Listen, there's 390 of you here, but we only got 177 likes. What does that say? But I'm celebrating tonight, people, because you know why? No Europa League. No more money. That's all.
Yeah, but I tell you, Nurin, I will actually take.
Jarvis, have you heard the news?
No.
Have you heard the news that he's finally he's gone apparently? Scousey.
Arnold.
He's come back. No, Richard Arnold's left apparently.
Oh, that's great news. Because he's incompetent, so at least one less incompetent person in the leadership of the club. But I was just going to say,
but Jarvis, the bad news is that he's got shares in the club like Edward.
Bristol City, mate. He's got to pay off somewhere, hasn't it? Bristol University, mate. Economics and finance. Think about yourself, but fuck Man United.
Yeah. I was just going to land my point when it comes to the Europa League. I would take Europa League if it meant that you were going to play the youngsters. If Pilestri and Ahmad and Mainu and everybody of those guys, Hannibal will get to play those type of games every Thursday. I would gladly take Europa League. But I know with this manager, with Ten Hag, he would go in straight away with the strongest team and play a group of 12 to 14 players to death, because that's what he did last season. So that's why I agree, or Europa League shouldn't be an option for us this season, and that's fantastic.
Definitely. For me, made my night. No Europa League, bottom of the group, as well deserved. In football, in football, you get what you deserve.
You have a super chat in Eridan from Ben.
Free Palestine, any news of fan calling show, Nura? Yeah, you know what? I'm just trying to think. If there's no protest action in Manchester on Thursday, we'll do it on Thursday, and then we'll do the preview for the humiliation that's coming on Sunday.
Oh God!
All I'm saying to you guys is that you better strap in, guys. Strap in. We're about to take off.
Anfield, and they're going for the league. This is not good. I'm looking forward to it, but it is scary.
Captain
this
Scott.
team.
Don't
This
worry,
team cowers, man.
Don't worry, Bumbaye. Captain Scott McTominay is going to put in a performance in life just for you. Just for you. He's going to go, Bumbaye.
Listen, I tell you now, if I was Scott McTominay and I was captain, I'd get everybody in early and I'd put Braveheart on, mate.
Freedom! But don't you think they will pick Johnny Evans as captain? He said,
why not? Why not? I mean, I don't mind.
Listen,
I actually see Johnny Evans as a leader.
Me too. He's older. He's
why
not?
I beg you, please.
Why not? Honestly, who do you want as captain, Dino?
Listen to me. Nobody in League One, nobody in League Two, nobody in the Championship, nobody in the Premier League offered that man any contract. He's 36 years old. And tonight, he's going to be our captain at Anfield on Sunday. Are you having a laugh?
Look, I tell you what, considering we've not got Martinez, one of Martinez's best qualities is on the ball. His passing is exceptional. Johnny Evans is passing. Don't underestimate it. I'm not joking. Johnny Evans can ping a ball, man. Remember Burnley? Listen, at this moment, I know it's fair to say we're Manchester United and we've got Johnny Evans, but do you know the guys like Maguire and Evans and Reguilon? These guys have actually come in they're saving those. Imagine we didn't have Maguire now. Imagine we didn't get Reguilon. Imagine we didn't get Evans. Look at the injuries.
Yeah, big up S. Madison. Big up S. Madison. It's true. It's the worst attack Manchester United have had in my lifetime. Worst set of strikers Manchester United or forwards Manchester United in my lifetime.
It is when you think of what
Anthony
we've had.
again tonight. Anthony, did you see him when he was doing a little bit? I was right above him, Jarv. I was right above him in that first. I'm sitting right above him when he was doing that.
It's funny to watch,
the guy.
He did, yeah.
He did. Well, inconsistency, that's what you get with Anthony. Sometimes good, sometimes shit. That's just the way it is.
Come on. He's shit. And honestly, tonight I saw it. I was trying to back him because he's a young player and all that. He's shit. He's never improving. We have to accept it.
Look, I think on a serious note, I mean, I'm ready to cash my chips in now, but it depends on who would be coming in. I just want to make that disclaimer. I'm not going to say too much more about it. I think we've got some good players. We've got some room to improve, but I think we've got some good players. Do I think what we're seeing from this team on a weekly basis is in line? Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask the question. Is
Go on.
that for your next set for the comedy club? We've got some good players.
Yeah. No,
Good
listen.
one.
No, honestly, we have got some good players. I'm
Who?
gonna be
Who?
realistic.
Name them.
Varana's a good player. No, bro. Think
Absolute
about
fraud.
it. Think about
Yes,
no.
injured right, left, and centre.
Think
Absolute
about it.
fraud.
Varane. Okay,
Can't
when
stay
he's not
fit.
when he's not injured, he's a good player. Martinez is a good player. Maguire is playing well for us at the moment. He's playing well. You can't deny it, bro. He is player of the month. He's playing well. Wan-Bissaka to me is a good player, depending on how you deploy him, though. As a one-on-one defender, he's excellent, and going forward, he's not that bad. Honestly, I think Delo is a decent player. I'm serious. I think Casemiro is an excellent player. He's not been it himself, but he's an excellent player. I think Mason Mount is a really good player. Bruno, obviously, if you think of Bruno's seasons with Manchester United since he came,
Shit, man. Stop chatting
no,
shit.
he's not.
He's
No,
a
no, no.
fraud.
Listen.
He's a
When
fraud,
when he came, listen. When he
you know
came
what?
in to
You know
the
what's
club,
worse than a fraud? He's a coward. He's a coward.
bro.
Big
Look,
up Sean, listen, you know why I'm happy? Somebody's saying why I'm laughing. Because I don't want to cry because I predicted the shit. So how can I shout and scream when I predict? I'm just
bro,
happy that no more
I swear, these
Europa
players.
League.
Yeah, Ericsson is a good player. Garnacho is a good player. Rashford is a good player. Højlund is a good player. These are not shit players. And like you say, you might add another 3 to them. Maybe things will change. The rest are, on the bench and stuff, fine. But I don't think he's getting enough out of what we have, irrespective of results, just in terms of football. I don't think these players are being deployed in a way and being instructed to get better out of them than what we're actually seeing. For example, Bruno. Bruno seems to have a free role. I don't have a problem with him per se. I just think maybe the instructions, I'd love to know, what do you want him to do? What are you asking him to do? He's the captain. He puts a shift in every game. The quality is not there. I get it. Shit passing. People hate the fact that he gets upset and stuff and he loses his rag and he's his own worst enemy. There are people that are so desperate to win that they do shit like that. Yeah, we know a guy like that. Hazard's like that. He gets into his own head. He's a top player, but then he can't play anymore. And he's trying to defend and he's trying to go forward and he's trying to transition. I feel that Erik ten Hag's performance with this team is below par in terms of what he has. That's not to say that we don't need a few more players. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. That's not to say that we could do better than Maguire and Varane and Lindelof. Yeah, of course. I'm not saying no. We could do better than Anthony. But also, you wanted Anthony. You signed him. You know what I mean? What do you want me to do about that? Sancho's been ostracized, is banished. I'm with Ten Hag on that one, and the club have said, "Yeah, you win that one." Ronaldo sells more shirts than Pogba, and they said to him, "You win that battle too." Good, I want that, but I think Erik ten Hag has to do better with what he has. I'm not expecting the finished article. No, I'm not. Honestly, I'm not. I'm not expecting to challenge for anything. I promise you. But what I do think I am entitled to is to tune into Manchester United and be offered up something decent where I can at least identify some deficiencies and where we can genuinely improve. But at the moment, we are fractured still. Nobody's coming short. We get lost. We get lost in the phases of play. And on top of all that, the good stuff that I really liked and was hoping to build on from last season, the character, the togetherness, the resilience. We're not soft. Second half, we come out, we win games, we come back in games. It's all gone up in flames. And I'm seeing performances that could be suggestive of they don't believe in him anymore. Newcastle tonight. There's a lot of worrying signs. And if he could just translate that into, look, we've got problems, but we're going places, I'd say, okay, fine. But at the moment, I just haven't got anything. I want something to hold on to and think, yeah. But that's the reason I'm thinking no. With Van Gaal, I had something. Even with Ollie, Ollie's problem was people got on his back in the end because every final we didn't get over the line. Ollie came second and third, man. His first season, he sold Lukaku and Sanchez. He only had Greenwood, Rashford, and Martial. 3 of them had their best seasons, over 60 goals between them.
Mm.
Do you understand what I mean? Jose, last
in the
6
empty
months.
stadiums. Remember, context, in the empty stadiums.
Okay,
when the
fine.
fans came back in, when the fans came back in, they all shit themselves.
No,
It's
bro,
true.
look, Ollie picked us up and he did well with us, man. We can't say no. We got to 3 finals. We just didn't get over the line.
3
Do you know what I mean?
finals. We got to 1
Yeah.
final, 2 semi-finals.
Sorry,
Semi-final.
sorry, excuse me. We just couldn't get over the line, but there was some good stuff. It wasn't all doom and gloom. We popped City 4 times, man. Went to their ground and popped them. We didn't have any of this under the other managers. Van Gaal went to Liverpool, smoked them, busted them up in that 2-0. Jose went and we beat Tottenham, we beat Chelsea, we beat Arsenal, we whooped City 3-2. Do you know what I mean? There was things that you could see there where, okay, we were polarized as a fan base. We hated this football. We didn't like this. But there was things I personally looked at and felt, I can hold on to that. I still believe that we can go places. But here, I've not really got anything. I really haven't. And on top of all that, I think that a lot of the signings is made.
But Boumbaye.
I don't know, man.
But Boumbaye, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Ten Hag. I'm not saying that when I say I want Ten Hag to stay, but it's more. It has more layers. If you want to sack Ten Hag and bring him a new manager, you take into account that Ratcliffe will come in and bring in footballing people and do good decisions for the club, and that the majority owner of the club, the Glazers, will allow him to do that with his 25%. I don't think that's we don't have any reassurances that will happen. Another thing is an interim manager. It depends who will come in, because we know this group of players, they will throw him under the bus if they don't have the respect for him. We have seen this with Rangnick. Rangnick came with all these credentials from building up Leipzig or Red Bull Salzburg or whatever clubs he did, and had a brilliant CV, but they didn't respect him. They played one half, the first half against Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. We played Rangnick football, and then they said, "Fuck this, we don't want to do this anymore." So for me, I think keeping Ten Hag is like keeping the players accountable, because now he will continue working on the process, and they will have to do as he say or keep losing games. Sacking the manager now is giving the players a free pass to continue the shenanigans for another 6 months. You will give them a 6 months off until another big manager comes in, and then they will step up their game, play in the assessment period, play good for 1 year or maybe half a season, 1 season, and get a new contract. And the wheel keeps going. And this is what worries me. That's it. This is why I want Ten Hag to stay.
Comment of the night, that Jarvis. Analysis of the night tonight. That's it. I don't want to let these players off. I don't want to let Ten Hag off. They both fucking deserve each other. They both need to fucking burn in hell for the crimes against Manchester United. For him being that stubborn and coming out with the bullshit about he only needs 14 players. And that, what do you do in training, Erik Ten Hag? What do you... Remember all the videos we've seen from the Ajax training ground? What happened to those videos? Did you see the other day, Jarvis? They couldn't even keep the Rabona.
The Rondo. 2 passes.
No wonder.
Yeah. There is a flip side to that, though, man. I understand, like I said, why you want to continue the process. But you have to consider that this could be the wrong manager. This manager may not be the guy for the job. As much as you may have faith in the process that it may improve, and I understand your reasons for keeping him is to root out the bad players. This manager, we have to also accept, he really made...
against people who said the same about Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Well, I was Jarvis. I was Jarvis. For me, Van Gaal, wasn't the wrong guy. We pulled the trigger too early. Jose, we backed Paul Pogba. He lost that battle. And then once you're not backing Jose, once any manager feels that the players are backed over him and you just give him a 2-year contract, of course he's going to walk. No. But he's not going to walk for free. So like I said, I disagree with Jarvis on this one, but that's how this works, because me and Mundo, Mighty Mundo, for example, when it was Ollie time, I said, look, let's hang on to Ollie for a bit longer. He said, look, I understand why you're saying that, but I don't believe that he is what you think he may become. So it's an agreement to disagree respectfully.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
say
right.
Jarvis is wrong, but as I explained earlier, I need to see signs of something that I can latch onto and think, yeah. I mean, I come on here against our game with what was our last game? What was our last game before this
Bournemouth.
one? Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I had a totally different. I had a different take to you, right? I was in a minority, but I thought the players pissed me off that one. Not so much Ten Hag,
Mhm.
because I thought the quality was bad, the decision making was bad. I'm objective in my analysis,
And I was the opposite.
and you were the opposite. So
Mhm.
I felt that we didn't have a bad game. I felt we shafted ourselves, and they took advantage of that. Whereas today, I thought we were shit. At Newcastle, I thought it was shit.
You know,
So,
Bombay, can I just say something quickly? You know how I judge a good performance from Manchester United? I judge it by how good the goalkeeper of the opposition is, how many fantastic saves he made, how much of the man of the match performance he made. That's how I judge Manchester United. I don't judge Manchester United for keeping 60% of possession and doing fuck all with it, and not even getting not getting a proper save out of the goalkeeper. I'm sorry. Tonight was embarrassing. Weekend was embarrassing. I don't know what game were you watching. Man
but
United.
if you ask me, what's the difference between tonight's game and the weekend's game? In tonight's game, there was seldom any openings for the possibility for it to materialize into an opportunity to score. Whereas against Bournemouth, there were so many opportunities for us to materialize it into a goal scoring chance or a dangerous chance.
This is where me and you disagree.
This is a big thing. And when I watch a game, bro, obviously my eyes are watching it, but I get the feeling, if I'm feeling anxious, even though we've got the ball, I feel like we're not playing well. This is not our game. Sometimes we don't have the ball, but you feel still that you have control. You have a level of control in the game. Then you have a moment where your feelings start to change because you know and you feel that the game is getting away from you and the danger is coming. So there's an element of feeling inside when you're watching a game. That's how I watch football. Do you know what I mean? You have to have I have a feel for a game.
Something inside so strong.
Honestly, no, that's how it is.
You're giving me wrong so long.
Do you know what I mean? And against Bournemouth, Brand, I felt all right.
Bombay, all due respect, I'll ask you one simple question.
Go for it.
Tell me one difficult save the Bournemouth goalkeeper made.
This is the exact point. He should have made quite a few if the right decision and the right quality was there, but he ended up making none. And that's why I walked away pissed off thinking that was there to be won. Whereas tonight, I never felt that they were threatened at all. And they should have been because they pressed. They left just Upamecano and Kim Min-jae, who did some last-ditch shit, and our quality wasn't there and we dropped off and it was shit tonight. You just felt it was awful. It was flat. At Bournemouth, it wasn't. It was a good start, good 15 minutes. And I'm thinking, come on, build on that. Make that pass, crisp up a little bit, sharpen up a little bit, man. Individual players, Garnacho let me down, Bruno let me down. Do you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, man, a better pass there, and we can materialize that into a chance. But we were our own worst enemy. And bro, you saw the goals. We basically said, there you go, here's a misplaced pass, here's a bag of shit. They went in and they scored, and then goals changed games. What happens there? The soft underbelly that Erik ten Hag hasn't addressed at all, the soft character, the soft mentality, it creeps to the surface and we start to shrink and we stop playing and we don't believe in ourselves and the game gets away from you and they get another goal and then there's another mistake. Every game lives its own life, has its own narrative, bro.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't for me. The simple narrative is this. If you want me to believe Manchester United played well, I want the opposition goalkeeper to make 3-5 saves. I need him to pull out some world-class saves, and he didn't. Manchester United was shit. They were dog shite. You're at Old Trafford, 75,000 people in front of you, and you created zilch. So for me, that is shit. I'm sorry. I don't know. And you know what you say, if, but, so
Look,
I could say, listen, my auntie's my uncle, and Bob down the road is my.
look, I'd say this: the fact that me and you, the fact that we're having this discussion, and it's about, listen, bro, the fact that me and you are having this discussion, and I respect the way that you're saying you watch football. The fact that we're discussing this, and I'm picking positives against Bournemouth at home, tells its own story about why I have lost faith in Erik ten Hag. I shouldn't be having this type of discussion on this channel ever with you guys after 2 years of Erik ten Hag. And this is why I'm at the position where I don't really have anything to hold on to. And look, the Liverpool result will be the Liverpool result.
Listen,
you know,
Mumbai, the only stat that you want to know is that our front three have 1 league goal between them. So, and I was calling this in fucking January, and you were saying I was being negative. But because Rashford was scoring and Bruno was doing what he was doing, I was saying from January last year that Manchester United do not keep pushing up the pitch and sustain attacks. Jarvis, I'll ask you this question to close up the show. For me, this is the worst Manchester United attack in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Is it yours,
I
Jarvis?
think you're right.
Is it yours?
Yes,
yeah, I think we're going to Christmas for the first time in Man United's history, as long as I have lived with the negative goal difference, for example. I think we will probably lose maybe 3 out of the next 5. So we will come up to 1st of January, maybe in 8th or 9th. And there's nothing positive going forward, but yeah. It is what it is, and our attack looks toothless at the moment. We doesn't set up. We don't give Højlund anything to work with. You know, we use him. We use him as a slugger, a boxer, but we know he has so much more. Yeah, he has so much more in his toolbox. And how will he ever develop and develop as a striker if he never learn how to finish? You know, it's okay that he's young. But if this is what he's going to do for the next 2 years, he will be one of the worst strikers in the top European 5 clubs. Without a doubt.
It's not right for Erik ten Hag to play a game of self-preservation if that's what he's doing. What he should be doing is instilling and drumming and beating into this group of players. This is the way I insist we play. Now, I think if fans saw that, or an element of that, and we still lost games, it's better than just losing games, you know, and just wasting them on shit, on self-preservation. It is.
Boys.
Try and do your stuff, as you know, drum it into them.
Boys,
199 likes, Nuruddin. People hit the like.
He's going to be 200. Like 200. The last time, right? Last United forward to score at Old Trafford was Sancho back in May.
Isn't that ironic?
How's that unsustainable, boy? That's what I'm trying to say to you. I saw it in January. He was the last guy to score at home, but I saw it in January. And that's when I knew that Ten Hag was a fraud, honestly. I'm lying to you. I don't believe in sacking him, because to have Darren Fletcher as the interim and Steve McLaren and then the rest of those prima donna billionaires pack it in. Honestly.
201 likes, pal.
I have a lot of respect for you guys. Big up Therapy Army. Listen, I think that's the last comment, right? Big up to who that person was.
Fremona.
Listen, big up to everybody. Jarvis, last comment. Bumbaya, last comment. And I'm going to do my last comment.
Yeah, I don't expect much for the upcoming game against Liverpool. I just hope we don't get humiliated and lose like 7-0 again. I can't take that, you know. And please, at least lose with dignity. That's just my final words for the Liverpool game.
Yeah, I think dignity is a good word here, and play with some integrity. You know, if it's not going well, take charge of your own individual performance and be an example for the guys next to you. Don't all together just collapse. You know, don't let the standards drag you down. Try and raise them back up. Just go into that game, man, Erik Ten Hag. Don't think about the result. We've got to play it. It's at Anfield. It's difficult, but just start to try and impose your will on it. Just show me something, man. It's getting like we're just wasting games. We're wasting lives. We need to arrest this situation a little bit. Go back to basics. And man, what's the problem? Try 5-3-2. We have a group of players. 5-3-2 allows you to get up the pitch a little bit more without compromising defense. And Højlund can have some help with Rashford next to him.
So who we're going to play? Varane? We're going to play
Well, I can give you a team.
And Johnny Evans as a back three.
Not against Liverpool, but it's as if football can only be played at Old Trafford 4-3-3. Why?
Yeah.
England changed to 5-3-2 and had their best runs of success. Why? It gave them 10 yards further up the pitch. They're not a good possession-based team. It gave them a little bit of solidity and extra men in midfield. Try something else. Every week it's the same shit.
Big up Mumbai, last comment. Big up Scotland. I don't care what people say. I believe he's lower than Ollie. Ollie, we were scoring goals. Manchester United could create chances at least.
No, Ollie's all
honestly,
right,
I'm not lying to you. With Ollie, Jarvis, let's be honest. If you're going to be honest, Manchester United used to score goals.
Yeah, we did.
We used to score goals here. We can't score goals here. Big up Ollie.
Hello, Ollie.
Oh.
As a player, he was fantastic.
We love Ollie as a player. For me, one of my favorite players. The baby.
Boy, I would say, could we do with him now? But he just WWF shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, another great show, lads. Big up the chat, Free Palestine. Listen, I just want to say, they're still bombing Palestine. They're still bombing Gaza. They're still murdering children. And the world is watching. Shame on you. Shame on everybody watching while babies get blown apart. Shame on every world leader. Shame on all of the Arab nations close to where Palestine is. Shame on everyone. And big shout out to Yemen. It happens to be the poorest country in that region. And it's tried to help the Gazans. And shout out to them. Love and light to them. And yeah, big up to the resilience of the Palestinians. Apparently, cholera broke out. There's one that apparently that some of them are using like 10,000 to one toilet. There's no showers. There's no products. They're not even drinking water. There's no food. Some of them are starving to death, apparently. Yeah. And we've got the privilege to talk about fucking football and how shit Manchester United are. This is the world we live in, people. This is the kind of world we live in, but we need a distraction from the pain that we're seeing on our screens. And fuck Zionism. Fuck anybody who stands with Zionism. Fuck you and your record crew and your fucking whole crew. And your label and your whole crew. Fuck the Glazers. Fuck Richard Arnold. Right? Fuck Matt Judge. But believe me, all three Bristol University bankers have got shares in Manchester United. So we can't get rid of them. They're tied to this club as long as the Glazers are there. As long as the Manchester United shares are traded on New York Stock Exchange, they're there. So, free Palestine, free Palestine, free people in Congo, free the people in Sudan, free people in Tigray, free people where anybody who's feeling oppressed, free everybody. That's what we stand for, man. Love and light, people. Please look after yourselves. Yeah. Big up to everybody. Big up Mumbai. Big up Jarvis. Big up. Make sure you follow Tom Journalist One. Check him out. Tom Journalist One. He's also appearing on Jarvis Corner. Jarvis.
Yep.
Maybe this Monday I'll come on because I feel quite ashamed that most Mondays after I do two, I'm mentally drained because
I understand. No pressure.
I do 2 shows on a Monday and then what time do you usually go live on a Monday?
9 p.m. UK. 9 p.m.
I'll try. Maybe
no pressure. You see, if you have the energy, I know you get streamed out doing like 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, we can do Wednesdays.
Yeah,
that would be great.
Show?
Yeah.
Wednesdays. What time do you do Wednesdays?
9 p.m.
You can do Wednesday. You can do Wednesdays now.
Yeah, I can come on Wednesdays. Yeah, I can.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
So big up Jarvis Bowley 77. Make sure you follow him. Legend that is. Look at the studio that he's built. tonight he made the stream even more funnier by freezing. Because I think his son might have woke up and opened the door. Jarvis. We all screamed, shut the door! Shut the door!
Oh dear.
Big up Jarvis. Listen, Windy, love and light to you, sis.
Yeah,
love and
always.
light to you. And Windy's comment, one of the best comments of the night, Windy said this, I saved it. Let me just get to it. Windy said, where did she say? There we go. She said, United 6 points off top 4 in the Premier League. Now, that is shocking.
How is that happening? How is that happening?
Yeah,
What's wrong with the Premier League?
Listen, and then one of the comments of the night is Hector. He says we need to escape. We need to just escape where we are as a club. Forget this. We're Manchester United. We're Manchester United. And won with the Prem in 10 years.
Oh my God!
This is what we are. This is
Nuruddin, can I just say one thing before we go? You know the stunt peg YouTube movie about football in the northern Norway in Tromsø that I linked today on Twitter.
Yes.
Did you see that? Because if people want to see how it is to live in the northern Norway playing football in snow and everything, Stunt Peg, she's a YouTuber. She did a brilliant YouTube show. So I will post it in the comments, and if you like, check it out, and you will see how my life is up in the north with the snow and the cold. It's a fantastic.
Jarvis, do you run with the ball and then freeze?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant! That's a great idea.
It's Manchester United players do that, and it's not even that cold. It's not even that cold.
Yeah.
Do you know what, Dino? Can I post post the link? Do you know?
Yeah. Listen, from
is it possible? Is it possible? Oh, you got a chat.
Wow.
There.
Listen.
Thank you for your humanity. That's a nice chat, man.
From Anna, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. Much love to you. Much love to you as well. You didn't have to do that. We really appreciate you, but you didn't have to do that, bro. Big up, love and light. Honestly, I can send this back to you. No problem if you tag me in a tweet. You didn't have to do that. Listen, we don't do it for anything. We do it because we believe in humanity. The reason why we always shout for people who are oppressed is because it's a form of us keeping our humanity.
100% well said.
It's the only way we can keep our humanity is by recognizing and seeing the humanity of others and never dehumanizing people. But the world is full of murderers, full of gangsters, full of weapon manufacturers who are murdering innocent children, civilians, for just no reason. So big up to you, but really appreciate you for the super chat. Love and light, people. But go ahead, Bombay. Last word.
Yeah, I was just gonna post the link. I don't know if I am if I'm able to do it. Antonio Conte training methods, really good stuff.
I will check it out. Bombay.
Listen, he's wearing a wig. Antonio Conte is wearing a wig.
Antonio, mate, black turtleneck, that navy suit, Godfather time. No messing about.
Listen. Big up. Love and light, people. God bless people in Norway as well.
Yeah.
God bless. -17 tonight, Jarvis. Watching Manchester United. Shit, man. You can't even go for a walk after that, can you?
No.
Oh, dear, man.
You can't even go for a walk. At least I walked from Old Trafford to clear my head. And I was because I was like, and my last word from me is that no Europa League. Thursday nights, free Thursday nights. Get in there. No money for the Glazers. Get in there. That's what I'm celebrating. Erik ten Hag, you've let me down big time. You are one of the biggest letdowns I have ever seen. You're giving me nothing. If you think persevering with Scott McTominay is going to save your job, you are just waiting to get sacked. We're 6 points behind top 4 now. When it becomes 12, it'll be arrivederci. And I don't want you to get sacked. I want you to stay and feel the pain that we're feeling, the disappointment. You've not learned at all in a year. You've learned zilch in a year. And you know what? This is the benefits of what you were doing last season. 100%.
Yeah,
And by
without a
the
doubt.
way, Zionism is not Judaism. There are Muslim Zionists, there are Christian Zionists. Actually, a lot of the people in the world, there are millions of Christian Zionists in the world than there is of Jewish Zionists. So please remember that. There are atheist Zionists. It's a political ideology and it's racism. It's rooted in racism and oppressing people. That's what it's rooted in. And if it was Palestinians were doing that to the Israelis, I'll be saying the same.
Do you know, maybe you should direct anybody that wants to know a little bit more and in depth about why we take the position we take, that Norman Finkelstein, Professor Norman Finkelstein, is somebody that if you type into YouTube, he himself is the survivor of the Holocaust. His parents were in Majdanek and Auschwitz concentration camp, and he has been one of the foremost professors for 40 years of his life. He sacrificed virtually his entire life for this and was unjustly treated, to bring to light the real truth of the matter, that is the Israel-Palestine conflict that did not start on the 7th of October, but has been years in the making. And this was a breakout because the world was almost completely forgetting the existence of some of the most oppressed people in the world. That's what this is about.
Listen, at the end of the day, it's simple for me. Occupation and the occupation. And the occupation, give every person in that place one vote, one person. Simple as.
No justice, no peace, man.
It's facts. Peace, love, light. Jarvis is gonna post it's gonna post
Antonio Conte training methods.
Yeah. There you go. He's gonna post we're gonna see
Yeah,
some
I have
Jarvis.
already posted it in the chat. So if people want to check it out, just check out the link and press it, and you will see a good little film about Northern Norway and football in Northern Norway, because we had a team. You know, in Northern Norway we have the indigenous people. Is that
Yes.
what you call them? Yeah.
Yeah, the indigenous
And
people.
yeah, the Sami people who live in Northern
Yeah,
Norway.
I know the Sami people, yeah.
Yeah. And this year the local team Tromsø, they renamed their stadium with the Sami word, because
Wow.
yeah, so it's about respect, and they have a new third kit that represent their national colors of the Sami people, and they even have a reindeer on the third kit. So you got to check out that third kit is beautiful. So it's a club with a lot of soul, and this season they came in second in the league. Not bad for a small team with only like 6,000 people watching every home game. So yeah, it's a good team to follow. So check it out if you like.
Listen, check it out, but you'll never see me. You'll only see me there in the summer, never in the winter. Never in the winter.
No, you should come up here.
Jarvis, we want to see the footage of you when you played football. That's what we want to see, Jarvis. Freezing every minute. Dropping shades, doing your Brian Robson impression. Big up to you, Jarvis.
I have some pictures, Nuruddin, from the old days. I had long black hair. I looked like people used to call me Pirlo.
Gattuso.
Jarvis, please, next time we go live,
At Rangers.
Yeah, we need to see the pictures. We need to see the pictures.
Yeah.
Please.
I'll show you.
Win, lose or draw, plays us out, bank us out. That's it. 1 hour and 58 minutes, man. I need to go to work tomorrow. But peace, love, and light, people. Look after yourselves and each other, and free Palestine. Big up to Bumbaye. You will never catch him on social media. But Jarvis Bowley 77, Man UFC Realist TV. Big up Mick as well out there. God.
Okay.
Mick is shining. I saw him the other day, Jarvis. He's shining. I'm telling you, he's living life, mate. Oh my God. He's living life. But peace, love, light. Take care, everybody. Good night.
Peace.